I've heard and I felt that my guides themselves are really harsh people that are really harsh things in people, and I'm okay with that because I learn faster and I get the shit in when I need to, even when I'm a dummy and I'm ignoring my intuition and stuff like that, and I'm running into stupid shit, and then at the end of the stupid shit, like I'm better because I did have my guys being hard on me and taking me through the hard stuff to get me past the thresholds
Well, we
of
were talking
being.
last night, and I think we came to the assumption that because I know a lot of people, especially that do spiritual stuff like you and I, and everybody else in the community that does spiritual stuff, teaching, learning, just, obsessively into it. Obviously, we're light workers. I believe we all have two archangels assigned to us at birth. I don't believe everybody does. Maybe they do, and maybe they just don't care to work with it. And even if you are esoteric, like enthusiast, you could have two archangels and not want to work with. You could have one archangel and not want to work with them. It's up to you. You have to ask. They do not do anything without your consent. So what we were talking about last night, with your midheaven, Zadkiel is one of
Hmm.
yours. And you immediately
Yeah,
brought up Mike. You immediately brought up
yeah.
Michael too. So I'm going to assume Michael and Zadkiel are your
Yeah, my
guardians from
name has a
birth.
link with Michael. It is the same
Well,
vibration
not
as
even
the
about
word
not
Michael.
even about your what you need to do over the next few weeks. I would just reach out to Michael, like literally just meditate on it and ask. Just ask. That's all you got to do is ask. You'll get the answers. Pay attention to colors too. You see a lot of blue. If, like, say you ask Michael, "Hey, are you like one of my guardians?" And so you see a lot of blue all day. There's your answer. Michael's blue. Things like that. You just got to
Big
pay
boy blue.
attention to the small details. But Zadkiel is your go-to as far as your astrology chart tells you,
Okay.
because you have a
Thanks for
what
that bit of knowledge.
midheaven. You have a Gemini midheaven.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, Zadkiel, which is transmutation, mercy. You're the type of person having that type of archangel, even if you've never worked with them. You're the type of person that you're very easy to give mercy to others. Zadkiel's there for you for that reason, and in either way.
And I don't always exact it. I'm not always perfect in it. I'm always kind of a fierce defender of some things, and sometimes I
Right.
can lose my sense uh of trying to hold the intensity back. But I defend some things. Like I just like got blocked by somebody because I was defending they were trying to get nasty with me about some things, and I got nasty back. And I was like, okay, I got to get in my transformer justice feels. Like I got to stop the hurt right with me. I got to say I forgive them and all this other stuff. And it's not so much to look good. It's not so much to look pristine or whatever. It's just that I can't live with that. I can't live with things being wrong between. I couldn't live with things being wrong between us. And for a
And,
long time,
and, and it was wrong for a long time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
And
we
that was,
still
but
were
I
able to
mean,
come
it
back.
wasn't either one of our faults. It just was what it was. We were
I
growing.
mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. We were growing and we were able to talk to even then we were still when we were talking the last time, we were still in tumultuous state. And then we started talking again and then it was like, okay, this is falling apart. And then we stepped back and then we came back and I'm so happy I did. Like I was thinking about, okay, like I was like I was trying to build myself up to it. I was like, okay, this might be different. I've heard things, I've been watching some readings, I've been watching some things, and I'm like, my
Yeah,
boy's coming back. My boy's coming back. Let me go check on
I'm
him.
still me. It's just the main thing that really bothers me is I don't understand why people. I,
They want to hold you in the
I
same place that you ain't there no more.
well, I guess I gave that impression for years that I am kind of terrifying to people, and I can be, but
You could cut people to pieces.
I don't want to do that to people. It's a defense reaction. It's like you got to understand, you got to like dive deep into that psychology. If somebody is willing to tear you to shreds, let's use just a normal Scorpio, for example. Why do you think they ruin your life and tear you to shreds? Because they must be
Jealous.
so fucking weak, right? And I know a
Right.
Scorpio doesn't want to hear that, but you must be so incredibly weak, torn apart, and absolutely pathetic to want to use the rest of your life to destroy somebody. That
Well,
is that is the definition of weak to me.
oof.
And I'm talking about like low vibe Scorpios. Not all
Yeah,
Scorpios. I love
no,
Scorpios.
no, like some Scorpios are awesome, and then some are just like trying to play a game. And dude was trying to play a game of dominance with me, and he was trying to play it in my house, like in my apartment.
Well, you are a Libra.
Get the fuck out. Like, oh, that was bad.
You're more
Like,
of a social animal. You're more of a social animal. Scorpios aren't. And when they see social animals, they're like,
jealousy and like I could tell.
yeah.
Yeah, like it was like, and we had a good thing going, but dude overstepped. Dude totally overstepped. And when he did, I was really proud of myself. I was like, you didn't know what you touched with me. Stop it. Like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that was really
And you
strong
know
of him.
what? I also want to bring this up for people like, and we're still dealing with this in 2023. Astrology has been around for so long. If people are so lazy to not study it just enough to understand that all of us have every single fucking sign in our charts, it's expressed in different houses. Every
You ain't
single
lying.
sign. You can't sit there and talk shit about a sign to me
You got it in
because
you. You
I
don't want
know
to touch
that
shit because you
sign's
got it there.
inside of you and you're projecting how you portray that sign in your own chart in whatever house it's in. That's all you're doing. And then you're taking it out on people that have planets that like the sun in it. And then you just sound stupid to people that are actually taking the time to learn astrology and what it's really about. It's so stupid. And I still see it on Facebook, all these like little petty, childish, like Virgos are just so this, and like Scorpios are just so this. I've never met like
Gemini's.
every Scorpio,
Gemini's
like
catch it.
everyone, all of them, really. It's like all their charts are the same.
All of them. All
Okay,
of them.
interesting. It's
Like
so
sometimes people be
annoying.
trying to joke about it because there's this guy in a group I'm in. He joked about Capricorns and Christmas, and he's a Capricorn, and I didn't realize it. I was like, oh my god, that's so funny hot. Like that's the reason I'm addicted to Capricorns. This is a problem. Like
That's my
because that
rising degree.
yes, I do, and
The Christmas
like
degree.
there was a problem for a while. There was a problem for a while, and I got over it. And I was like, oh no, I'm not wanted. It's okay. I will live. And we still remain friends. I still like gave you rides and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna act a fool no more.
You talking
And it
about
was cool.
me or him?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you. I had it bad for a little bit. Like I had it bad for a little bit, and I let it go because it was nah, you're not into me, and
Yeah,
I need
we had I was mean though. But I
it was
thought,
okay. I
but
deserved
I
it
was
because
coming
you didn't
out.
want.
I just released my first album. Like my ego was like swelling up.
The next question. What's going on in your self-care and emotional and spiritual upkeep? How do you feel you have grown in those areas because you are a new man and I am personally proud to see something new in
Um, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still wandering around in the dark, so to speak.
you? Aren't we all?
Uh, I did try to return to what I lost back in 2020 this year in the Venus retrograde in Leo. I did try to return back to that with good spirits and no harsh feelings and like, oh my God, I just want to leave this behind. I want things to be the way they used to be. I don't know what went wrong. I mean, I kind of know a few things that influenced it, but at the same time, I didn't feel like those things had any place to influence it. And I just felt like me and everybody else involved we were all just misunderstood about the entire situation. And then all of a sudden I lose everything. And I all of a sudden have this drive to take my own life. Yeah, I tried to take my own life twice in the past 3 years. And
And that's really brave of you to say.
the
That's
the
like
third the
let me
third
stop this and say that's really brave. That's really brave. That's really strong. That's really mature of you to say. To put that out
well,
there.
you have to understand. I mean, there's always, even if you lose so much, there's always just one little thing that can keep you going. I didn't have that little thing. I had nothing. And sure, you can make excuses for me, like, well, you have a roof over your head, blah, blah, blah. Like, I
Well,
didn't
no.
care. Like, you don't go from being like this very respected, very good reputation, great job. I loved what I did. I loved everything about it. I didn't enjoy the circumstances that were going on at the time. I felt very betrayed, but on top, and I felt like I needed to stand up for myself. And as soon as I set that boundary to stand up for myself, everything was snatched from me. And not only my job, my best friend, my following, my friends, my fans, my self esteem, everything. I was falling apart. And I didn't try to take my life that year. That was the year I got in a motorcycle wreck. The next year, things just kept going downhill. I did try to take my life. Luckily, I was saved at the last minute. And then, uh, yeah, I
And
tried it
for like,
again.
yeah, I'm sorry I didn't do a trigger warning on this. This is real stuff, guys. This is the
Oh,
real,
this is
real.
real life. This is real
Yeah,
life. I
this is
mean,
real. Like our
I
boy has
mean,
been through it, right?
if you're watching this and you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, this is too much," well, you haven't lived life like
And this
a
is a
true
journey
warrior has.
of
And I
yeah.
will say that proudly with ego because I don't know anybody in my life that could have gotten through what I gotten through, and I say that 100% believing that. And maybe they can. I don't know. I've never seen anybody go through what I went through. I don't know. It's almost as if those people wanted me to just off myself. That's what I eventually just assumed. They just want me to off myself. Just get it over with,
Um,
get out of here, quit bothering us. Like that's what I got to. Until this year, earlier this year, uh, I got off a lot of medications that psychiatrists were putting me on, and I really just started hunkering down on just natural things. And months go by, and I'm like, I'm still not happy. What would make me happy? To have my life back would make me happy. So it was a huge blow to my ego to go back to that situation to where I thought these people just wanted me dead and gone. But I did. I went back and I was like, I went through a lot. Um, Yeah, I really pissed off at all of y'all. I mean, I didn't say all this to them, but this is like what my dialogue in my head or my monologue. And I would rather be hurt again than like living dead with nobody. What kind of life is that?
and
And if you hurt me
I know how
again,
that feels.
it's not gonna hurt me because you hurt me so bad before. Really?
Yeah, yeah. What can you
This
do now? What
I
can you do
know
now?
this
I've
story.
been there, done
I
that. I have the
know this
t-shirts.
story.
I have a
Like I
keychain too.
tried.
Like,
All I can say is I tried and I had best interest out of everybody, myself, them, everybody. I had the best interest. I really wanted to do better for myself, get back on my feet. And I didn't receive any support back from that. And I was like, okay, it's still the same. They still believe I am this demon monster person. And what really got me is I got a reading with my I told you about this with
yeah, yeah, yeah.
my go-to psychic lady. I won't say her name. She doesn't like to be out there. So I'm very guarded more than ever, more than ever. I'm very guarded uh, because I've just been proven like people don't follow through. I am I say this with no ego at all, but I think I'm the most loyal person I know,
And
and
then I have a question now. Are you prepared to be the change that you see in the world?
I have to be.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And I
I'm
love
just
that for you
not.
because
I'm just not at a point right now where I know what I'm going to do, and
well,
I'm doing everything in my power to not like beat myself up for that for not knowing yet. I don't think I'm supposed to know yet, honestly.
and
I
I love that for
know.
you that you're compassionate with yourself, that you're now truly compassionate because you really used to be like you got that Virgo Mercury and you're really hard on yourself. You are really, really very tough on yourself. You're still kind of extra down with it, but you're not nearly as bad as you were. Like
Well, I love myself.
you do like yourself now. You're really coming through
And
as really
when I
strong.
say I love myself, I don't mean like I love my
Oh
ego.
my God. Yeah.
Like
Like you're not like that. You're
like
like
I I love little Chris. Well, I call him Christopher. That's little Chris. That's baby me. And he deserves the world. And it took me so long to finally, I mean, I heard it for years, but to actually act on it and be like, "Are you okay?" It's like, "No, I'm not." So it's like, all right, let's slow down. You don't have to be a fucking superhero. I know you're strong. That's all ego. Just calm down and fix yourself. Get yourself together and go smoke a joint, whatever.